So the topic of today's sermon are stubborn people. Have you ever talked to someone that's just stupid? Like you just talk to them and they make no sense. They keep arguing the same thing over and over. They keep repeating the dumbest reasons and they keep arguing like just non-stop. You feel like you just want to punch them in the nose or just throw them off a cliff or something. You ever feel that way? The reason is there really are people like that in the world. So the Buddha taught that there are 4 types of horses. He compared people to horses. He said there's 4 types of horses in this world. Type number 1. The first type is the kind that if you talk to them nicely, please, thank you, can I have another, do you mind? They'll do what you say. It's easy to understand, easy to communicate. Then there's type number 2. You have to raise your voice. You have to say, hey, this is what I want. Give it to me. Do it this way. Do it that way. Sometimes some people respond better to loud voices or aggression. Then there's the horse number 3, that you have to hit them or let them get hurt. Either you hit them or you let them get hurt. They don't learn if they don't experience physical pain. And that's another type of horse. Then there's the last type of horse, the worst type of horse. The type of horse that even if you talk to them nicely, they don't run. Even if you yell at them, they don't run. Even if you hit them and hurt them and threaten them with death, they won't run. And so for this type of horse, in the old days they said you just have to kill it. It's a worthless horse. It's a useless horse with no benefit. So here's the thing, when you talk to people, which technique do you use? Do you use just one? Are you the kind of person that's always polite, always nice? That's not correct. Are you the kind of person who's always yelling, always raising your voice? That's not correct either. Or are you the kind of person who's always physically hurting people or just letting people get hurt all the time? That's not correct either. Because each person that you talk to, even 2 people in the same house, are not the same. You have to see what kind of person they are, what kind of horse they are, and treat them accordingly. If they're the kind of horse that you speak to nicely and they don't listen, then nice doesn't work. But if they're the type of horse that they don't like to be yelled at, they like to be spoken nicely to, then you have to speak nice to them. Even if you don't like them, even if you're annoyed, you have to treat them the way that they are created. Every lock has its own key. But if you're going to be stubborn and you're going to stick your fat key in every lock, you're not going to get it in. And so the trick is not to do what you want, but to do what's the best for that person. Treat them the way that they should be treated, not the way that you want to treat them. If you do it this way, you'll be more in tune with the way the world really works, as opposed to the way you want the world to work. It's a lot more effective. So, in conclusion, treat people the way they should be treated, not the way you want to treat them.